a silver and white Apple cell phone belonging to victim Fabio Sementilli, an iPhone 7, phone number 818-331-0463, serial number F as in Frank, C as in Charles, D as in Doug, S as in Sam, P as in Paul, 11, E as in Egg, H as in Henry, F as in Frank, Y as in Yellow, 8. The cell phone was recovered from the residence's kitchen counter by LAPD detectives and designated as evidence item 67 by the LAPD. A black Lenovo ThinkPad laptop computer. The computer was recovered from the residence's kitchen counter by Detective Bucknell and designated as evidence item 68. These evidence items were packaged and booked into evidence at the LAPD Van Nuys Property Division by LAPD detectives. Counsel Joy?
Yes. The stipulation is received, and that is marked 22. Ladies and gentlemen, you accept the contents of any stipulation as something that has been conclusively proved.
Thank you.
Proceed.
Now, did you at some point that evening on January 23rd of 2017 interview the defendant?
Yes,
And did that take place at approximately 9:15 that night?
I believe so.
And I think you told us yesterday that this took place across the street?
Yes, at a residence across the street.
Okay. Your Honor, at this time we're going to ask to mark the audio for recording number 701548 as Exhibit 23A and the accompanying transcript as 23B. The recording is approximately 30 minutes.
Let's have the transcript of 24
Okay.
as the transcripts by law cannot be received into evidence.
Okay.
These items are so marked.
And at this point in time, may I distribute the transcripts that are now marked as Exhibit 24?
Yes.
Thank you.
And while counsel's doing that, the same admonition applies. The transcript is not evidence. This assists you in understanding the audio, which is the evidence.
Your Honor, may I approach?
With this? I have it. Thank you.
Your Honor, the people would agree to stipulate that the court reporter does not have to take down the recording.
The rules, of course, say that she doesn't have to, but thanks for the offer.
Okay, thank you. And as I said, Your Honor, this recording is approximately 30 minutes in length.
Thank you. Bless you.
Bless you.
Hello, Untitled Porsche. Hello, Untitled Porsche, my partner, Detective Verna. Monica Monica, Detective Porsche. Very sorry we have to meet like this, okay? But we need to talk first, okay? And then Jessica and Bella. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get some information from you, and then I can give you some information as well, and we'll get through this, okay? Do we have somewhere we can talk alone? Okay, good. Yeah, one at a time. Yeah, please. You be able to speak with us and get through this? Yeah? I just know there's media down the street. I don't want them. Monica, do you have ID on you at all right now? Thank you. Is everything out here correct? Looks like the address is correct. And I'm going to give you my business card and all that. Martha, what's your cell phone number? 818. 424. 4213. 4213. How long have you lived on Queen Anne, or Queen Victoria? 34 years. Okay. And you have a daughter, Jessica? Yes. What is her cell phone number? 746-5223. Okay, and then Bella? Her cell phone? 818. 213. 9243. 9243. And your husband's cell phone? 818. 331 0463. 818-310? 631 331 04. 818-331-0463. Is there anyone else that lives in the house with you? Just the four? Okay. No one renting a room? No guest houses? Okay. Thank you. So tell me what happened today from the morning. What time did you get up? 6:30. You think you got up at 6:30 or 7:30? What? You work from home? No. Business calls and stuff? Yeah. Any issues with anything at work? Any problems or? No. I just. What business does it work for? Wella. W-E-L-L-A? What is his position at Wella? SVP Education. SVP Education? Yeah. How long has he been working there? Okay. So he's been with Bella since about 2007 or 8? Yeah, okay. And he had a conference call with just people from work that he normally does? And no big issues, no one yelling, no one had any problems? No. And then what did you do when you got up? Did you guys all eat breakfast together? Was everyone here?
Had a coffee, took a lunch,
Okay, Bella was at school with did she go to school?
Florida Hills.
Oh, Florida Hills, okay. And then what time, so Bella went to school about 8:30, something like that?
That's good.
Okay. And then, so it was the three of you. It was you and Jessica
Yeah.
and your husband, Fabio. Okay. And so he's doing work, and what are you doing around now?
Cleaning lady. Look here today.
Okay. You have a cleaning lady?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every 2 weeks.
What is her name?
Julia.
How long have you had her?
Since I worked here.
Okay. Do you know her last name?
Rivera, but I don't know. I've never been home.
Okay. It's okay. So she came, what time did she show up?
8.
Okay. And how long did she stay?
She left, as usual, 1:30.
Okay. And everything good with Delia? Yeah. She hasn't stolen from you guys, or no issues with Delia? All right. And then so you're here. What were you doing the whole day?
It was in heaven. Watched TV, worked a little bit, and cleaned.
You watch TV in the house or outside, inside? In your bedroom or
No.
family room? Okay.
And then just laundry, and then he just come up to the chair.
What time did you guys go to the gym?
12. And we came home, 1:15, something like that.
Okay, you came home, and where was Fabio?
He was at the kitchen, working.
Still working. Anyone else? Was anyone over?
No, just down there, actually. We were all there.
Okay.
We were making lunch.
You were making lunch?
We all were making lunch at the kitchen.
What were you guys having?
Leftovers, rabbit, and I don't know what the reason was.
Okay. So you guys are fixing lunch in the kitchen. Okay, and then what? Then that's about 1:15. You guys started making lunch.
And then he closed the door. He got the computer outside. And he always said,
Where does he always sit? The same chair that you saw him? Okay. And does he have the computers on his lap, just working on it?
Yeah, and he had a cigar fire on every night.
Okay.
So he put one on, and I had a couple of cigarettes out there too.
Mm-hmm.
But I left nothing was wrong. I left 3:40, maybe I left.
Okay.
It was the target. And
3:40 to Target?
yeah,
Okay, and why did you go to Target?
I in the car. They used to create pasta.
Okay.
And then I went down right here.
Okay.
And I came home, got Isabella was home. I got her home. Car door was open.
Okay. So what car did you take to Target and Ralph's?
The truck. I had to drive the truck.
The Ford truck? So you first hit Target and then you hit Ralph's?
Yeah.
Okay, did you have any problems with anyone there?
No.
Anyone on the road yell at you, road rage, cuss at you, flip you off, anything like that? No? Okay, and no problems with anyone in either store? You didn't notice anyone following you or anything like that? That you can remember? Okay. And then so you left at 3:40 Target and Ralph. What time did you get back around?
It was 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Just after Isabella walked in.
Okay, you came home, pulled in, and then you didn't know anything at that point, correct?
No, just the door was open.
The garage door was open?
And I said, oh, where do you go? Because the cold.
Yeah. did Bella say? She was on the phone already?
She was on the phone.
And she was...
I started screaming and they were telling us to pick it up and move it.
So you both were on him trying to move him? Were you wearing the little brown boots?
Shoes.
You wearing those shoes? On your shoes?
Is it bad?
No, I just want to show the boots. Make sure you're talking. These are the boots that Bella was wearing? Okay. So you guys got blood on yourselves when you were trying to... Did anyone rinse off in the pool? Get the blood off that's rinsed off in the pool? In the sink, in the kitchen sink?
No, because we still have to... The paramedics came. They did a last time. Trying to take the medicine out of the dining room. I got over it.
So you came inside into the dining room?
They wouldn't let us know there.
Okay.
Our communications when you were on the phone, when you usually talk to him, they said to move him and try to...
They said, put him fucking back.
Okay. Was he sitting in the chair originally? Slumped over?
The chair that he was laying on, is that the one he sits in, or he sits in the one across from that?
The one
Behind him. So he went forward, it looked like. Okay. I don't mean to... I'm just trying to... Okay, that's okay. I looked at your knives in the chopping block, the knives. The only ones that look like it could be missing, and most people have these ones missing, the little steak knives. There's two from the end and one from the... Are those usually like that, missing?
The dishwasher.
Probably the dishwasher? Okay, all right. You guys have a camera system, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got somebody on camera here.
Good. Okay. What kind of camera system do you have?
Is it on the old?
Don't know. Okay. Is it hooked up to a computer?
No. It's in the garage or the little box.
Okay.
And then our screen for the kitchen.
Okay. So the screen for the...
Look there. It's there.
Everything's there now. Is that what you're saying?
We moved into the
They had a system already.
We just put new cameras. They were old.
Okay.
So
If I'm looking in your garage, where is the actual box at?
big white cover. On the top of a big white cover.
Okay. Is it visible if you're just looking at it, or do you see it? Or is it...
Yes, it's a GDR. Box.
Have you looked at video before? Have you guys had any incidents or anything? Okay. But for all you know...
I know it's powerful enough. Without quite a bit rain and we had to get people work here. But I don't know. We just have to plug it back in and that was it. I never really looked at it.
We think it was plugged in, though? We think it was plugged in tonight?
Oh, not today. No, there was no power today.
So you don't think the cameras were on today?
Yes, they were.
They were on.
Yeah, but the only time I ever had to use them is to attach the power again because of the power failure we had.
You have a monitor that's in your kitchen. Is that always on?
Always.
Okay. And you saw it on when you came home, or was it off?
It's always on. It's always on. Everybody's there all the time. It's always on.
You have access to it on your phone?
No.
No?
If I need it, I look at it there.
Okay.
Do you guys all have the same cell phone company?
Yes,
AT&T? Do you know where your husband's cell phone is? Don't know where it is? You think it could, does he usually carry it with him? He has it with him all the time? Okay.
Or in the kitchen. That's usually.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Tell me about the car.
We just bought the car a month ago.
1 month ago?
Yeah.
How much did the car cost?
$70,000.
So somewhere around there.
Paid 45, financed rest. Through what company? Do you know?
I don't know. I think it's the owner.
Okay. Someone mentioned that there might be a program on his phone to track his car.
Yeah, I think when he first got it, and he was showing me what it was like. He said, look, I can see where my car was parked, but it was his phone. That's all I know, but I don't know what it fits the car.
Was it an application on his phone, or was it a website? Don't know.
He's really on his phone. I don't.
Did it
Oh,
did it also show you anything else about the car, like in the details, or was it just simply where it was located?
yeah, I think I remember seeing a dot, flashing or something, but I didn't.
It's a Porsche, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Was the application through Porsche, or was it through some other third party? You don't
I
know?
don't know.
Okay. Did someone have a passcode on it?
Pretty sure it did.
Do you know what the passcode is?
I think it must be all 6 8. Like 8 8 8. I remember. I think that's what.
On his phone?
Yeah.
Does he have the, is it like a thumbprint reader too? Is that hooked up?
One second.
He may have set it up with a fingerprint recognition.
Does he have his ringer on usually, or does he usually have it on silent? Or?
I normally hear it all the time because it goes off all the time.
Okay.
So
So you think it's 6?
thought.
You think it's 6 8? So he just 8 8 8 8 8
I
8.
think it's really
Okay. All right. So I think it's obvious you don't have any idea what happened or any idea who would.
everybody who no one
Yeah.
even at work,
Okay. Yeah. I saw his workers came over tonight.
I want to see the cameras. Can I see the cameras?
Well, we've got to look at them first. I don't even know. Is there a passcode on the camera system?
Admin. ADFIN.
Okay.
Is that the password, or is that the user?
No, it's the same.
Admin?
Admin. Use the mouse to do it.
One admin? Just admin.
And where's the mouse at? Is that in the kitchen, or is that in
The
the,
screen, but it's on the screen.
in the kitchen? Okay.
Yeah.
The car, was the transaction, did that go smoothly? Was there any feelings with anybody?
Oh, no.
Everything's fine?
Fine.
Where did you normally keep this car key at?
In the kitchen. On the kitchen counter. Right on the counter.
Right on the counter?
It's on his bag. The room is there. The room is there.
Like where the laptop would be, or?
Yeah, on the kitchen counter. It's always there.
Some question. Did he have life insurance at all? Not that you know of? Does his company have?
He doesn't have life insurance. Oh, company maybe. I don't know.
Maybe the company,
Or maybe. We have a life insurance policy for my stepson, his son. That's the only one we have.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I met you. I'm happy to have you, okay? These guys are the best of the best.
Okay.
They're going to do absolutely everything. And we'll go from there. Okay?
Okay. Thanks, Beth. We're going to get through this, okay? We're going to get through this.
He's down there.
Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Please, can I see?
I don't think...
Yeah, please.
Okay, right now it's a crime scene, so we've got to preserve. So many people have been through there, the fire department, you guys. We've got to preserve things. It's going to help us do our job better. So, on the way out? If you really need to see him, you still want to? But okay. Got the video of that. Anything else right now?
Do you have any kind of enemies that you know? If you're looking at your house, on the direct back side of your house, I guess the north side of your house, there are several rooms that have sliding glass windows. Okay. Are those normally locked, the sliders?
I would think so, but we go in and out of the stores all the time.
Okay. That where the stairs go down below? You guys go out your side doors there?
Yeah.
Okay. One of the doors was slid open, I noticed. The blinds are shut, but the door is slid open. Do you guys normally have that open, do you think?
Not open, cold. Not open.
Okay. And was any of the power out tonight at all?
Even with this whole store, the last 3 days,
Everything's been on?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I didn't see the condition of the room. I mean, you did, but do you
What
normally?
did they take? What did they take?
Did you have anything valuable in your room? It looks like drawers were pulled out.
Money, and jewelry, and jewelry.
Where are they at?
Some money in our safe. There's a money in the safe.
Where's the safe located?
In my walk-in closet.
Master bedroom?
Yes, it's behind the mirror.
Walk-in closet behind mirror?
It has this Canadian and American and Euro in a drawer, maybe, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12,000. We only have change.
Okay. So you had Canadian money and euros in one of the drawers or something?
In a drawer.
Okay. Any real expensive jewelry?
Like, maybe.
Rings, diamond rings? Or?
Yeah. Is it really? I think people wearing it. I don't know.
Okay. And then, what do you have in your safe?
Canadian money. His gun. He has a gun. Shouldn't be. And, few gold coins.
Okay. And is it a small safe that someone could pick up and run out with?
Well, they're small. It's edible.
Okay. Is it hidden? Behind the mirror. In your walk-in closet.
So it's a small wall safe.
Where does he keep the car keys?
He comes over and drops on the kitchen counter.
Just anywhere on the kitchen counter. There's a Fiat. There's one that says Fiat.
That's what my car. So that was my stuff now.
Okay.
While I was driving the truck, four cars now.
Bella has a Fiat. Okay. And he throws the kitchen. He shows the Porsche keys on the counter. Did he have two set?
I think that our spare is better in kitchen drawer.
Okay. And then where do those stairs go in the back? The wood stairs.
Tree house and our pool equipment is down there.
Is there access to another gate or?
There's a little cement, like those city.
A wash?
Yeah, behind there.
So if someone was walking in a wash, could they gain access to your property through the wash? If they climb the fence? Is it a tall fence or?
I don't know, yes. It's a steel.
Okay.
Do you know of other crime happen in this neighborhood?
We have a for-sale association. Every time something happens, everybody emails, and mostly they're happening on Tarzana, home break-ins, and we get all the news. Nothing ever
So have been some burglaries going on? That you've
yeah,
heard
we
about?
have Officer Dent. He helps us in the neighborhood.
The senior lead officer?
Yeah.
And you're active in the crime watch
I just read up on it. They send
and the emails?
and there's a lot of strange people walking, but we were all concerned because we've been really sober and everybody.
How were those?
200.
From your house? Okay. And I noticed there's cameras that are up on a pole. Who owns those three cameras?
Association, and I'm sure the first neighbors have the control of them.
Okay.
I think it's Leslie Hamilton. And everybody here has a camera. Everybody.
Yeah. Leslie Hamilton?
Hamilton.
You have her phone number?
Oh, in the voice was directory at home.
Okay. She would have it
She
too.
had it. Oh.
Yes. Yeah, where's it at?
How long has the halfway house been there? Do you know how many people stay there?
They said it was only a few, but there were 50 people there at once.
15?
Yeah, we had a meeting with the Congress and everything. I know people are out there smoking weed. But ever since then, we've never seen a problem. People walking up and down.
Okay.
They still look like they belong here.
Okay.
What am I gonna do?
You have your daughters and you guys are gonna be able to get through this okay, right? You know, you can come back in here. I don't have anything else for you right now.
What are you gonna do?
We're going to do everything in our power to find out who did this. There's video everywhere, and we're going to start with that. We're going to start with a lot of video.
Can I go home?
No, that we're going to have to go through. We're going to process the whole house. It's probably going to be here for hours and hours and hours processing every evidence. Okay. I'm done.
Okay. I know your daughter was asking about cats too.
Yes, we have our cats in there now.
Okay.
I saw one cat, a gray one.
Do they go outside all day or cats
Only
on?
the gray one goes in and out.
Okay.
Just the gray one, the other one can't.
Okay. All right. So they want to get past the house at some point soon. They're getting water right now for you. I had one other question. You're trying to be focused now. You said your daughter was on the phone.
Yeah.
How's the phone? The house phone.
Did you take the phone out there
Yeah.
to the patio?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know.
But you recall being on speakerphone?
Yeah, he was telling us what to do.
Okay. Monica, you want to come back out to the living room with your daughters, and then we'll talk to Bella or one of your daughters. That's okay. Is that okay if we talk to Bella?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I be here too?
Can someone else be here, a neighbor or something? Because I don't want to get crisis.
Yeah.
Okay, we can have one of the crisis response. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Transcripts?
I've done that, Your Honor. record?
Yes.
And did you recognize the voices on that recording?
Yes.
And whose voices were on that recording?
Primarily it was Detective Porsche and Monica Sementilli, and I was also in the interview myself.
Okay. During the course of the interview, we could hear the defendant crying. Did you notice anything unusual during the interview with respect to that?
I did.
And what was that?
There was sobbing, there was visual cues of her being upset, but I did notice there were no tears.
At any point in time when you asked the defendant about her events and interactions on the day her husband was murdered, did she ever mention somebody by the name of Robert Baker?
No.
Did she ever mention the fact that she had met up with Robert Baker that day at LA Fitness?
No.
Did she ever mention to you that she perhaps played racquetball with Robert Baker that day?
No.
Did she ever mention that she played racquetball at all?
No.
Did she ever mention to you that she had met up with Robert Baker at the Target?
No.
And when you asked her about the surveillance camera system, did she ever change her answer when she said that she didn't know anything about the surveillance camera system?
No.
Did she ever change her answer at any point in time that we didn't hear on the tape as we heard on...
I'm going to object. The tape speaks for itself. I believe there is some answers about the system.
Well, one, I will not accept a speaking objection. Two, it's overruled.
Did she ever change her answer at any point off tape when she claimed she had no access on her phone to view the cameras? Did she ever change that answer?
No.
Did she ever off tape change her answer when she told you that Fabio did not have a life insurance policy?
No.
Did she ever change her answer that the only policy she knew of was the one she had for her son?
No.
We heard her tell you the phone numbers for her own cell phone, for that of her husband, Fabio Sementilli, and for that of her daughters, Jessica and Bella. Did you subsequently obtain a search warrant or subpoena signed off by a judge in order to obtain phone records for those phone numbers?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have another stipulation. May it be marked as People's 25?
Yes.
This one reads, stipulation cell service / call detail records / telecommunications provider business records. Detective Ryan Verna. The records contained in the following exhibits were obtained either by a search warrant or subpoena and are true, correct, and authentic business records for the companies from which they came. AT&T records for Defendant Monica Sementilli, iPhone number 818-424-4213, for item number 119, iPhone 7, serial number A1778, and SIM card passcode 1962. AT&T records for Fabio Sementilli, iPhone number 818-331-0463. AT&T records for Jessica Sementilli, phone number 818-746-5222. and AT&T records for Isabella Sementilli, 818-216-9243. The parties agree that each of the preceding records contains a true and correct record of an act, condition, or event of the business, and that the business's respective custodian of records or other qualified individuals would testify as to its identity and mode of its preparation. Further, that the records contained in each exhibit were made in the regular course of business at or near the time of the act, condition, or event, and that the sources of information and method and time of preparation were such as to indicate the records are trustworthy pursuant to Evidence Code Section 1271. Counsel, do you join in that?
Yes.
Received.
Thank you. At some time subsequent to this, did you also obtain Sprint records for a person by the name of Robert Baker, phone number 213-272-1093, for item number 121, a Samsung Galaxy S8 along with its SD card?
Yes.
Counsel, will you also join that that is part of People's Exhibit 25, this stipulation?
Yes.
Very well. Received.
Now, we heard at the end of the interview with the defendant that you asked to interview the daughters. At that point, did you and your partner also interview separately both Jessica and Bella Sementilli?
Yes.
Did the two daughters also provide you with information on their half-brother, the victim's son, Luigi Sementilli, who was living in Canada at the time?
Yes.
And at some point, did you and or your partner also have contact with Luigi Sementilli by phone?
Yes.
Now, did you also conduct your own crime scene investigation?
Yes.
And did you go through the residence with the criminalists on scene that we spoke about the other day, Corey Hawk and Matt Saucedo?
Yes.
As you went through the crime scene, did you notice that anything with respect to any physical evidence inside the residence itself?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. Did you notice any physical evidence, biological evidence, inside the residence as you conducted your investigation?
Yes, there was a lot of it.
And what was that?
There's red stains all over the living room. The kitchen area.
Kitchen or living
I mean, let me call it the dining room. It was right as you would enter or exit out of the French door that led out of the kitchen area.
Onto the patio?
Yes, and obviously in the patio area there was lots of red stains, blood, and also in the master bedroom area.
Did you notice any in the entryway of the home as well?
I believe so, yes, as you went towards that rear bedroom.
The rear bedroom being the master bedroom?
Correct.
And did you notice whether there also were bloodstains in the garage area?
Yes.
Yes, there were?
Yes. As I recall.
Now, as a homicide investigator, what is the purpose of walking through the crime scene?
Well, you have to try to understand how this incident may have occurred. So, obviously, we have a decedent in the backyard. There was lots of evidence tracked through the house, and it's essentially how you're going to figure out how this incident occurred.
need your help, Esther.
Did you also conduct an examination of the exterior of the residence?
Yes.
And did you notice that there were cameras on the exterior of the residence?
Yes.
And were some of those cameras located at the front of the home facing onto the Queen Victoria, the street where the home sat?
Yes.
Were there any particular rooms in the home that appeared to have evidence of a disturbance?
Yes.
And what room was that?
The master bedroom.
Okay. And can you describe that for me, please?
As you walked into the room, there was a set of actually what appeared to be kitchen cabinets that were used as cabinets inside the bedroom. Those appeared to be ajar, and the contents were removed onto the floor. There was a drawer that was halfway pulled open. And that was the main area of that room that was disturbed.
Was there any other room in the entire house that appeared to have been disturbed in that condition?
No.
Would you characterize the disturbance that you saw in terms of the items that were strewn about as evidence of ransacking?
Yes.
Did you also go to the upstairs area of the home?
Yes.
And in that upstairs area of the home, did you note whether or not, again, there was any evidence of disturbance or ransacking?
Yes, and there was not any evidence of ransacking.
Bedroom, subsequent to what the defendant told you about a safe, did you go into the walk-in closet?
Yes.
And were you able to find this mirror?
Yes.
And behind the mirror, was there indeed a safe?
Yes, it was a wall safe.
Okay. And did that appear to have been disturbed in any manner, or did it appear to have been untouched?
It appeared to be undisturbed.
I'm sorry, what was that?
That'll be sustained.
I didn't hear.
Help for conclusion of foundation.
There you go. Whatever you did, it worked.
Did you see any evidence of, was the safe closed?
Yes.
Was there any blood or anything that resembled any kind of red staining on the front of the safe?
No.
You mentioned in your interview that there were some plantation shutters in the master bedroom that were closed, but yet the sliding door behind was ajar.
Yes.
That sliding door, did that lead onto a patio that ran along the side of the home parallel to a wash?
Yeah, it was a little bit wider than your typical walkway would be, and that was behind that patio to the north of it.
And did that particular patio also run along the other two bedrooms on the first level?
It did.
And in noting that that sliding door was ajar, did you look at that as a potential either point of entry or exit?
Yes.
Showing you what you previously reviewed the first day that you testified, People's Exhibit 7, page 5.
One moment, counsel.
It is.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
What is that?
This is a photo of the driveway of the house. You can see the peak of the house. I believe that's above the master bedroom in the upper left part of the screen.
Okay. And the light source, is that the alternate light source that we looked at, I think, yesterday that was brought in?
Yes, the bright globe area.
Showing you People 7, page 6. Do you recognize what's depicted here?
Yes.
What is that?
This is the, it'd be the residence area. This is the second floor, and just below the second floor on the eve of the house, it's appears to be a camera.
Okay. And is that the area that is in a red square here in People 7, page 6?
Correct, and this appears to be a picture that's from Queen Victoria pointing towards the residence.
Okay. Showing you People 7, page 7. Does this give you context for that particular camera?
It does.
Okay. And in front of the house along the street, Queen Victoria, do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
And what do we see in this photograph in front of the home?
This vehicle on the right-hand side is the Fiat that was driven by Bella.
The red colored car?
Yes.
Okay. And the other one, does that appear to be perhaps a police vehicle?
It is.
Showing you People 7, page 13, starting with the photograph on the left. Do you recognize what you see there?
Yes.
And what is that?
This is the single car garage. So the orientation would be the double car garage was just south of the single car garage.
The single car garage is the one that's closed, the portion that's open that we can see in the picture to the left?
Correct.
And what do we see here to the bottom right?
Again, this is the interior of the single car garage with the double car garage off to the right-hand side of the image.
Showing you People 7, number 50. As you walk into the home, if you were to go slightly to the right, what is this area here? Right here, the blue chair.
I believe it's a half bath, powder room.
And does that also show us the stairs that lead to the second floor when you come into the entryway?
Yes.
Looking at the photograph to the bottom right, can you describe what we see here?
Yes, so it's the same blue chair. This is basically taken from the orientation as if you were standing near the staircase looking in the opposite direction.
And looking at the photograph in the bottom right, does this area where the floor changes from this tile or marble to wood, does that hallway lead you to a particular location?
Yes.
And to where?
So I believe if you went, made a quick left, it took you down to the two bedrooms that were connected via the Jack and Jill bathroom, and if you went straight down the hallway, it took you to the master bedroom.
Okay. Showing you People 7, page 51. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
And what is this?
So this is looking down the hallway from where the master bedroom would be, looking back towards that powder room, half bath area.
Okay. And to the bottom right, is that the cabinet area that you were talking about that was similar to a kitchen cabinet
Yes.
area?
Yes.
Sort of a dressing area in the master bedroom?
Yes.
Showing you People 7, number 57. What does this depict?
This depicts the master bedroom area. This is the bed itself in both images. And you can see some clothing on the floor.
Okay. Showing you People 7, number 61. You recognize what you see here. Let's start with the photograph to the top left.
Yes. So in the upper left-hand corner, that's the main entry door that comes into the master bedroom. These are the cabinets I was speaking about earlier. You have the flooring here with some items on the ground, and then the master bed.
Okay. And shifting over to the photograph in the bottom right of Exhibit 7, page 61. What do we see here?
Again, this is the cabinet we spoke about. Off to the right is the bed, and here are dresser cabinet area as well.
So, is this the evidence of ransacking that you were describing
Yes,
within the master bedroom?
yes,
Showing you people 7, number 62, page 62. Are these also photographs taken of the master bedroom?
yes,
And if we look in the photograph to the top left, where I'm pointing, does that lead you to the walk-in closet area?
yes,
Showing you the 2 photographs in people 7, number 63. Again, are these photographs of a cabinet in the master bedroom that is adjacent to the shutters that cover the sliding door to the patio?
yes.
Your Honor, what's the next in order? Is it 26?
It would be 26.
Thank you, Your Honor. Showing you Exhibit 26.
There is no 26.
Oh,
Counsel.
I'm sorry. Your Honor, I have a set of 2 photos. It's labeled Search Warrant 5012 Queen Victoria Road, Master Bedroom Safe. It has looks like 3 photos actually. If I can have this marked please as People's 26, and it has a 5 in the bottom left corner.
Yes.
Thank you. Let's start with the photograph to the bottom left. What do we see here?
On the left-hand side of the image is the master bedroom closet door. Behind the door is this mirror, and if you were to pull the mirror from the right-hand side, it was hinged. Behind the mirror is the wall safe.
And is that what we see in the center photo, and then a close-up of that safe in the photograph to the far right?
Yes.
Showing you what you previously marked as Exhibit 7, page 64. Are these, the photograph to the left, does this appear again to be a photograph of the master bedroom?
Yes.
And looking at the doorway to the right of that top photograph on the left, where does that lead?
So this leads into another bedroom, and then if you continue on, this goes into that Jack and Jill bathroom, I believe.
Okay. And then on into another bedroom?
Yes. And then,
Showing you the photograph on the bottom right, is this the room that you walk into if you were to go through the doorway in the master bedroom that we see at the top left?
yes.
And from that second bedroom, was that identified, the one that I'm pointing to now in the bottom right corner? It looks like it has a white bedspread with maybe a blue and black print and a television. Is that the bedroom that was identified as Fabio's?
Yes.
And going through the doorway that we can see in that photograph, does that lead you to the Jack and Jill bathroom and then into the 3rd bedroom on the 1st level?
Yes.
And if you were to go out the doorway that we see in the photograph to the bottom right, does that lead you to that main hallway that leads to the bedrooms that you were talking about earlier?
Yes.
Showing you People 7, Exhibit 76, or page 76. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
And what is this?
So this is on that north side walkway on the north side of the house. This is the master bedroom, and this is how the door was found ajar that night. And so you can see the plantation shutters. These have been open at the time, but they were closed.
Sorry, what is it?
This is Exhibit 7, page 76. So initially when you were at the scene, the shutters were closed, but in order to have this photograph taken to display the open sliding door, you've opened the shutters?
Correct.
And just beyond, if you were to step out through those, through the sliding doors, would that lead you onto the patio and a sitting area just off the master bedroom?
Yes.
Showing you people 7, page 78. Is this a photograph from inside the bedroom looking out onto the patio, basically the opposite vantage point?
Correct.
Showing you people 7, page 72. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, this is what I'm calling that north walkway on the north side of the house. It's obviously wider than your typical walkway. There's room for seats, but I mean, essentially it was a long walkway that connected the east and west sides of the property to each other.
Okay. And looking at the wood fence to the left of this photograph, does that lead you to a stairway?
Yes.
And is that the stairway that you discussed leading down to the wash where the defendant told you there was the pool equipment?
Yes.
Okay. And looking to the right, is this the master bedroom that we see just off the sliding doors?
That's correct.
And do you see the area that has, again, a red box around it up in the eaves?
I do.
And did you notice something in that area?
Yes.
And what was that?
There's another camera that's up in that.
Showing you Exhibit 7, page 74. Is that a close-up of that same area with that camera where it's circled again and there's a red square?
It is.
And if you were to go through the white wood gate that we see here to just beyond the bedroom where I'm pointing to the left of this, looks like a wood chest, where does that lead you to?
First off, I'm not sure if that's wood or metal, but it would lead down the east side property to the driveway.
Okay, to the front of the home?
Yes.
Showing you people 7, page 75. Is this a photograph looking towards, if you were to, towards the master bedroom, and if you were to walk along this path, eventually to the back of the pool?
Correct. It's taken in a westerly direction. If you continue to go west, it would take you to the pool area.
Okay. Showing you people 7, page 70. Is this the other side, if you were to walk through, like you said, that either wood or metal gate that would lead you back towards the front of the home?
Yes.
Showing you people 770, page 71. Once you go through those gates, does that lead you to this area here where it looks like there is an outdoor sink maybe and some garbage cans?
Yes.
Showing you the 2 photographs from people 7, page 73. Do they appear to depict the surveillance camera off the patio area near the master bedroom on the side patio?
They do.
Looking at people 7, page 79. Let's start with the photograph to the left. Can you describe for us what we see here in this photograph?
It appears to be part of the walkway. I'm not totally sure where this is actually at in the house, though.
Okay, and on the right side, does that appear to be the part of the wood fence
Yes. It's just it's so grainy right here. It's hard to tell what that part is. So
pointing to the left area
Yes.
of the photograph where it's dark?
right.
Let's see if this orients you. Look at the photograph to the bottom right.
Yes, that's the staircase we were discussing.
Okay, So again, looking to the left of that staircase going down, again, this would be the walkway that goes along the first level bedrooms towards the pool.
Correct.
Now, did you also, prior to the coroner's personnel moving the body in any manner, did you also examine the area where Fabio Sementilli was on the back patio?
Yes.
Showing you People's 8, page 13. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
And what is this?
This is the back covered patio area of the house. In the upper right-hand corner, you can see the doorway that leads into the kitchen area of the house. Obviously, there's the decedent in the center of the image, along with lots of blood and a knocked over fire pit.
And did it appear that this area here had been disturbed based on the fact that you have something that's knocked over and the location of the decedent?
Correct.
Objection, that's legal.
Showing you People's 8, page 14. Is that a close-up of Fabio Sementilli?
Yes.
Now, when you were inspecting this area of the crime scene, was there something that stood out to you given the disturbance of ransacking or the evidence of ransacking that you saw in the master bedroom?
Yes.
And what was that?
Fabio appeared to have a very nice watch on his left wrist.
Rolex?
Yes.
And why did that stand out to you?
Well, if you're in a house looking for expensive property to take, an expensive watch would be an important thing to take, I would imagine.
Approximately how many residential burglaries or robberies have you investigated in your career prior to retirement?
I mean, going back to patrol, I would say hundreds. I've been out to numerous calls of alarms going off, of actual verified burglaries, you name it.
Showing you People's 8, page 15, 2 photographs. Is this, do these photographs depict a close-up of his left wrist along with the watch?
Yes.
Showing you People's 8, page 16. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
And does this appear to depict the head, the torso area of the victim as he slumped over the chair?
Yes.
And just above his right hand, did that appear to be a handset that had a base inside the residence?
Yes.
Showing you People's 8, page 17, is this a close-up of the right side of the decedent's face on that chair?
Yes.
And just to the bottom, you can just make out a portion of that handset from the phone?
Yes.
If you were to come around the back of the patio area that we discussed that runs along the 3 bedrooms on the first level, would that lead you to what you see in photograph or People's 8, page 2?
Yes.
And what do we see here?
So this is an orientation of this would be the west side of the property. You're looking from north to south, and this is the covered patio area where Fabio Sementilli was found.
And looking just to the right, is that some type of alternate light source that was set up in order for you and criminalists to be able to conduct your investigation that night?
Yes.
Once the coroner came, were you present when they moved the decedent's body onto some plastic sheeting?
Yes.
Is it standard procedure in the homicide cases that you handle that once coroner personnel come to the scene, that they lay out some type of clean plastic sheeting prior to transportation of the decedent back to the coroner's office, or what's referred to sometimes as the Forensic Science Center?
They do.
Showing you what we see here in People's 8, page 19. Do you recognize what you're looking at?
Yes.
And what is this?
This is Fabio Sementilli after the coroner had arrived, and they call it rolling the body.
And at that point, were you able to get a look at some of the injuries to the front side of his body?
Yes.
Showing you People's 8, page 20. What do we see here?
Again, it's the same scenario, just a different angle.
And in this particular photograph, were you able to see that he was bleeding not just from the neck and face, but that he also appeared to have a significant
I have not heard the question, so we're not ruling the objection quite yet.
a significant wound to his right leg.
Overruled.
Yeah, at this point, we weren't sure about an injury to the right leg. We weren't sure if that was just from him lying in the pool of blood.
Okay. At some point, were you able to make that determination?
Yes.
Showing you People's 8, number 21. What do we see here?
Again, same scenario, just different orientation.
This showing the face, the right arm, and what appears to be the right leg.
Yes.
Showing you People's 8, page 22. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, this is a close-up of the face and upper body.
Of the decedent?
Yes.
Showing you People's 8, page 23. Does this photograph depict the right face and neck of the decedent, Fabio Sementilli?
Yes.
Showing you People's 8, 2 photographs, page 24. Does this appear to depict the abdomen area and chest of the decedent at the scene?
Yes.
And the individual that we see that appears to be wearing blue gloves, do you know who those gloves belong to?
That'd be the coroner's personnel.
Okay. Showing you People's 8, page 25. Does that appear to be a close-up of the right side and neck area of Fabio Sementilli?
Yes.
And what did you notice here that was significant to your investigation?
Well, you have multiple sharp force injuries on the neck, and they appear to be targeted right towards where you have significant arteries and areas where you bleed out from.
Showing you photograph People's 7, page 30, when you previously described the red stains that led from the patio in through that door. Is this the area that you were referring to?
Yes.
Okay. And in this photograph, prior to there being placards placed by the criminalist, is this the area where you observed multiple red stains leading from that patio area back into the house?
Yes.
Showing you the same area, but with placards in People's 7, page 31. Does that depict the same area, but now with some placards placed?
Yes.
And looking at People's 7, page 34, looking at what is the angle?
So this is from the kitchen looking north into the dining area and then further on into the family room.
And the TV, did that appear to be on when you arrived on scene?
Yes, and that's in the upper part of the image. It looks green on here.
Okay. And in terms of the areas that have red squares, did you observe blood stains on the floor in those areas?
Yeah, although it's hard to make out right now because of the focus, but yes, there were blood stains, red stains all over the kitchen floor in this area.
Okay. And that would be coming in from the door leading out to the patio?
Yes, which is seen in the image.
And if I show you People's 7, page 35, does this show you that same area with the stains that we just talked about?
Correct. This is now looking from north to south, and yes, you can see red stains all in that area.
Okay. Showing you people 742. Does this appear to be the area, again, that French kitchen door leading out to the patio?
Yes.
And what does this depict?
So this would have been the photographer who's taking this photo also set up a tripod, and I believe this is a shoe print that's in a red stain, and it's just enabling that person to take an image directly over the top of it.
Similar to what was described by Corey Hawk, a one-to-one photograph.
I wasn't present during that testimony, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's what she said.
Is that what that would be for?
Yes, to make it as accurate as possible.
Your Honor, I have a photograph that appears to contain an iPhone along with some packaging. It's titled Search Warrant 5012 Queen Victoria Road, item number 67, victim Fabio's iPhone 7 Plus. May it be marked as People's 27?
Yes.
Showing you People's 27. Are you familiar with what you see here?
Yes.
And is this an item that was collected that we, I believe, covered in a search stipulation that was actually on the counter in the prior photograph, People 7, page 42, the counter area behind the door leading out to the patio where the sink area would be?
Yes, it's difficult to make out, but
And do you recognize the packaging that you see here?
I do.
And can you tell us, in terms of the packaging to the right of the phone, does this packaging appear to contain identifying information with respect to this particular item number?
Yes.
And what is that?
The first off is the DR is right here, 172105194. That's the main identifier, and then I'm not seeing it on here, but there's a property item number as well.
Okay. This
Right-
is
right
the
here.
top of
So
the
item
envelope,
67.
correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Does it also appear to contain the decedent's name?
It does.
The date when the property was recovered?
Yes.
Were you there from the evening hours of the 23rd into the early morning hours of the 24th?
Yes.
And when you see the description, and it says item number 67 written in a couple times, does that correspond to any documentation that would be a part of your case file, or what's sometimes referred to as your murder book in this case?
Yes.
And what is that?
There's a property report that's completed in this case. I'm sure there's multiple in this case. But the first one would have been all the property that was recovered from the residence, and that's item number 67 would be on that report.
And that would identify this particular item?
Yes.
And looking at the photograph to the, or what we see in the photograph to the top left, does that appear to be some sort of an envelope from which item 67, or into which item 67 was placed prior to being placed into the packaging on the right?
Yes.
And the phone at the bottom, does that appear to be item 67?
It does.
Your Honor, I have another set of 2 photos titled Search Warrant 5012 Queen Victoria Road, item 67, victim Fabio Sementilli's iPhone 7 Plus. Appears to be the front and back of the phone. May it be marked, please, as People's 28.
Yes.
Thank you. Showing you People's 28. These photographs appear to depict that phone along with the passcode.
Yes.
Showing you People 7, page 28. Does this appear to be a photograph looking from the corner of the dining room into the kitchen area?
Yes. In fact, if you want to put that back up, I can point something else out as well. So in the upper part of that image here. This is the, if you can slide it down just a little bit.
Oh, yes.
So this is the monitor that was on the countertop that was connected to the home's security cameras.
Did it look black like we see here when
Yes.
you were in the home?
Yes.
And why was that?
It appeared not to have any power.
Okay. And the box that the defendant described to you as being on top of the cabinet in the garage, I think we talked about that. Did we talk about that yesterday when you testified?
I think briefly.
And that DVR box, did that appear to have been taken?
Yes, and if I can add also, that box would have been virtually right behind this monitor. This wall,
Let
where
me
these,
object, no foundation.
That's a rule.
the wall where these cabinets are up against, the back side of that wall leads into the garage.
Okay. So, you were there. You saw the location of the cabinet in relation to where the monitor was.
Yes.
And did you look at the top of the cabinet and inspect that area? Perfect.
Yes.
Showing you people 7, page 20, 2 photographs. Do you recognize what you're looking at here?
Yes.
And what is that?
So this is the, on the right image, there's a doorway. This is the door that leads in from the garage to the kitchen area. Just to the right of that, on the wall is the sub panel we spoke about yesterday, and immediately to the right of that is this white cabinet that was described during our interview with Monica as having the DVR on top of it, and there was no DVR box, which is the digital video recorder. On the left image, you can see all the cabling that was there. We assumed it was attached to the actual video box.
And this, the top of this cabinet area, again, was that just on the other side of that wall where the monitor was?
Correct.
And were those cables basically hooked up to nothing when you got to the scene?
Correct.
Council, I'm going to interrupt and take our morning recess for 15 minutes. The administration
In the bottom right of People's 7, page 67.
So this is the same little T intersection of the hallway here that we were just talking about. Again, the whiteboard is seen in the lower left-hand corner, and directly in front of you with the open door, that this is going to be the bedroom that Fabio was staying in.
Okay, so this would be taken from inside the doorway of Isabella's bedroom.
Yes.
Okay. Showing you People's 7, page 18. Looking to the left of the residence, is this, does this show you that patio from the opposite vantage point that we looked at earlier, which were the photographs taken from the master bedroom looking towards where what would lead you to the pool?
Yes.
Showing you People's 7, page 80. Looking at the location where there is a red indicator with the address of 5012 Queen Victoria Road, is that the, is this an aerial that depicts the residence?
Yes.
And the location where you interviewed the defendant along with her daughters on the night of January 23rd, where would that be?
I believe it was right here at 5009 Queen Victoria.
Okay. Now, when you were finished finished that night, did you lead the defendant through the residence?
We didn't know.
Okay. At some point in time, did you have a conversation with her after you had gone through the residence regarding whether there was anything that was taken?
Yes.
And what, if anything, did the defendant indicate to you had been stolen during the course of the murder of her husband?
Objection, and this is Vegas to when this occurred, when and where.
It's overruled.
There was approximately $11,000 in various currencies. It was U.S., Canadian, and euros, and also costume jewelry.
Did she indicate to you whether there was any jewelry of value that had been taken?
Yes, and there was not.
There was none.
Yes.
Did the defendant ever provide any specifics for any particular items of costume jewelry that she claimed had been taken?
I don't recall there being anything identifiable.
And in terms of that drawer area, when you walk into the master bedroom, where you said there were those cabinets where we saw that one of the drawers was open and a cabinet was open, did you actually see any cash in that area?
There were some loose bills in the drawer that was partially open.
So, you said that you had handled, I think you said hundreds of burglary investigations in the course of your career?
Yes.
If I were to give you a hypothetical based on your experience, if you had a burglar who entered the home to commit a burglary during daytime hours, would it be common or uncommon for the burglar to go out onto the patio to attack a resident?
Objection, Your Honor, calls for speculation.
It's an improper hypothetical. Sustained.
In your opinion, in this particular case, given what you observed, did this appear to be a burglary or a robbery that had gone awry?
Objection, Your Honor, again, no foundation.
Sustained.
Was there anything unusual about the fact that there was, this occurred during the daytime hours, that the homeowner was on the back patio, that he was still wearing a Rolex watch, and that blood was observed in the master bedroom, and that that was the only bedroom or room in the home that was ransacked?
Same objection, Your Honor, it's
Sustained.
argumentative.
It's not argumentative. Sustained on the first ground.
Same other objection.
Did you find anything unusual about this particular scene?
Same objection, Your Honor.
Sustained. Counsel, this is something for argument.
Would it have been possible to burglarize this home without ever contacting the homeowner, given the location of where the bedroom was located as opposed to where the victim was on the back patio?
Same objection.
Sustained.
The fact that there was blood on items in the bedroom, did that indicate to you whether a burglary had taken place first or whether the murder had taken place first?
It appeared based on that the ransacking had occurred after the murder.
In terms of the burglaries that you had investigated in the past in comparison to this one, was it unusual that there was only one room in the home that had been ransacked?
Same objection.
Sustained.
Was there anything about the location or the scene that appeared to you that the burglary was really a staged crime scene?
Same objection.
Sustained.
Did you recover some surveillance video from the area of Oakdale and Queen Victoria, some neighborhood community cameras?
Yes.
And did you view the neighborhood surveillance video yourself?
Yes.
Did you view it along with other individuals, including your supervisor, Detective Castro?
Yes.
Your Honor, what's the people's next in order?
29.
Thank you. Your Honor, I have a stipulation, if it could be marked, please, as People's 29.
Yes.
The stipulation reads as follows. Neighborhood surveillance video from Oakdale Avenue and Queen Victoria Road on January 27th of 2017. Sean Kacharian of the Los Angeles Police Department's Technical Investigation Division accompanied LAPD detectives Parshall and Berna to the location of Oakdale Avenue and Queen Victoria Road in Woodland Hills. They acquired the neighborhood surveillance video contained in People's Exhibit. I believe it's already been marked as number 19, which is a true and correct copy of the video captured by the video surveillance system for the date of January 23rd of 2017. The system video timestamp is 1 hour fast. Counsel, do you join?
Yes.
Received.
Your Honor, for the record, in terms of People's Exhibit 19, that is a DVD that contains multiple surveillance videos from the Queen Victoria location that are separately labeled.
Thank you.
Showing you People's 19, number 7. Do you recognize what you see here?
I do.
And what is this?
This is a still image from the video recovered at Queen Victoria in Oakdale. Again, the timestamp is 1 hour fast. It's actually 4:18 p.m. Shows two individuals running at a decent pace, coming southbound on Oakdale and then running onto Queen Victoria. You can see that in the close-up here, the individuals have their hoodies on and they're cinched tight amongst their face. They also have the sleeves of their long-sleeve sweatshirts pulled over their hands.
And this particular screenshot, is this what you also observed on the video itself?
Yes.
Your Honor, at this time we are going to ask to play various surveillance videos that are contained in People's 19, the surveillance video from the neighborhood surveillance camera from the date of January 23rd, 2017.
Very well.
Showing you the video labeled here, which appears to show the time at 7:28 a.m. and this red vehicle, and now a blue vehicle leaving right after this in the circle. Do you recognize what you see here in this surveillance video at 7:28 a.m.?
Yes, it appears to be the red Fiat driving down Queen Victoria, going northbound on Oakdale.
And that's the red Fiat that you indicated earlier belonged to Isabella Sementilli?
It's the vehicle that she was driving that day, yes.
Was that consistent with your interview of not just her, but also the defendant in terms of the time that Isabella Sementilli left for school on that date?
Yes.
Okay. Showing you now video for 2:15 in the afternoon. Okay. We just saw a vehicle leaving the location. Do you know what that video shows?
I don't.
Did you conduct at some point an interview with Delia Pacheco?
Yes.
And did she indicate in her interview that she was picked up and left the residence somewhere between 2 and 2:30 in the afternoon?
She did.
Would that be consistent with her leaving the location?
Yes.
Now I'm going to show you one relevant to what the defendant told you in her interview that took place at 3:26 in the afternoon. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes, it appears to be the black F-150 pickup truck going down Queen Victoria and then driving northbound on Oakdale.
And again, would that be consistent with the defendant's description as we heard in her interview from the night of January 23rd of the time that she left to go to Target?
Yes.
Okay. Showing you another video, this one for 3:47 in the afternoon. We just saw a red convertible Mustang. Do you recognize what you just saw there?
Yes, that appears to be Jessica's vehicle leaving, going northbound on Oakdale from Queen Victoria.
And was that consistent with your interview of her?
Yes.
Showing you another video from 4:53 in the afternoon. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
And what is that?
It appears to be the vehicle that belonged to Fabio Sementilli leaving Queen Victoria, going northbound on Oakdale.
Okay. And that would be after the time of the murder?
Yes.
Showing you another video at 4:54 on that same afternoon. Do you recognize the vehicle that you just saw turning from Oakdale onto Queen Victoria?
Yes.
And whose vehicle was that?
That was that red Fiat driven by Isabella.
Okay. And was that consistent with your interview of her regarding what time she returned home?
Yes.
And one more surveillance video at 5:03. Do you recognize what you just saw in that video?
Yes.
And what was that?
That was the black F-150 pickup truck driven by Monica returning home.
Now, I want to turn your attention to the date of January 25th of 2017 at about 5 in the morning. Did you respond to a location across from 22935 Khalifa Street?
Yes.
And why is it that you responded to that particular location?
We received information that a vehicle had been abandoned at the location, and the vehicle was the black Porsche that belonged to Fabio Sementilli.
And when you went to that location, did you in fact find Fabio Sementilli's Porsche?
We did.
And was that a 2008 Porsche 911?
Yes.
And where was the vehicle abandoned?
It was a residential street, but larger properties on a residential street, not a very busy street.
Okay. Was it just parked along a curb area?
Yes.
All right, a photograph of a street that is labeled Porsche Recovery Location on January 25th of 2017, 22933 Khalifa Street, Woodland Hills. May it be marked, please, as People's 30?
Yes.
When you responded to the location, was it at 5 a.m., was it dark still outside?
Very dark.
Plug and unplug situation?
Yeah. We may have to do a reboot underneath.
People's 30, which has a 4 in the bottom left corner. Do you recognize this street?
It appears to be Khalifa Street.
Okay. And if I was to hand you this photograph, can you place an X approximately where the Porsche was?
I don't know if I could based on this.
Okay.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Is that the street that you, where you found the Porsche?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have another photograph labeled Victim's Porsche recovered on Khalifa Street. It has a 5 in the bottom left corner. May it be marked, please, as People's 31.
Yes.
Showing you People's 31. It's 2 photographs.
Your Honor, could I check, is it clear this is the officer who found the Porsche?
I'm sorry?
Is Detective Werner the one who actually found the Porsche?
I don't know.
I might object if he didn't find it as to describing anything about where it was found.
I don't know about this picture. And if you're objecting to the last one, your objection's untimely.
I believe the detective testified that they went out to this location on the morning of January.
Let's proceed.
Looking at the photographs that you see here in Exhibit 31, do you recognize what you see?
Yes, and this is how I recall the situation. Very dark, so I don't recall the residences or how it looked on the street at the time, but this is how the vehicle was when we were at scene.
And actually, did you take these photos?
I believe Detective Parshall did.
Okay. Who was with you that morning?
Yes.
And showing you the license plate. Did it appear to still have paper plates?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have another set of 2 photographs labeled the same. May it be marked, please, as People's 32.
It may.
Thank you. It has a 6 in the bottom left corner. Showing you what we see here in People's 32. Do you recognize these 2 photographs?
Yes.
And what do you recognize here?
Again, this is the 2008 Porsche. Both images. In fact, right behind it is our vehicle. This is on Khalifa Street.
Did you notice anything about the condition of the vehicle or the windows at that time?
Yes.
And what was that?
Both of the rear quarter windows in the back behind the main side windows were down.
Did you and your partner have this vehicle towed to a police impound or tow yard?
Yes.
For processing?
Yes.
Subsequent to finding the vehicle, did you also locate surveillance video relative to when the Porsche was abandoned at that location on Khalifa?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have another stipulation. May it be marked, please, as People's 33.
Yes.
This one is titled Stipulation Khalifa Street Video. On January 25th of 2017, LAPD detectives Parshall and Berna viewed and downloaded video surveillance from cameras located at 22906 Khalifa Street. The recorded video depicted events that occurred at that location between 9 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. on January 23rd of 2017. A true and correct copy of that video is contained in People's... may it be marked as 34. That
What is
video.
marked as 34? A video?
Yes.
The video somewhere.
Thank you. Counsel, you join?
Yes.
Received.
Your Honor, I have a still shot labeled Porsche dump on 22906 Khalifa at 9:20 p.m. with a yellow circle, a red 3 in the bottom left corner. May this photograph be marked, please, as People's 35.
Yes.
Showing you People's 35. Is this a screenshot taken from the surveillance video that we just discussed?
Yes.
Your Honor, we'd now like to play People's 34.
Very well.
in this yellow circle, is that the Porsche being left abandoned at the location?
Yes.
And what, if anything, did you note with respect to this video?
There appears to be a single person that gets out of the vehicle and walks away from the vehicle.
Is that what we see here?
Yes.
And Your Honor, for the record, this video, I believe, is 2 minutes in length. And does that yellow circle appear to follow the individual who got out of the driver's side and left the vehicle there?
Yes.
A couple days after the recovery of the Porsche, did you respond to Howard Summers' tow yard on January 27th
Yes.
at about 9:15 in the morning?
Yes.
And was the vehicle processed at that point in time?
It was.
And was that by a criminalist from the crime lab
Yes.
by the name of Jane Kwan?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a set of 2 photographs labeled Processing a Victim's Recovered Porsche by criminalist Jane Kwan. May it be marked as People's 36.
Yes.
And it has a number 9 in red in the bottom left corner. Showing you the 2 photos that you see here, do you recognize what is depicted in these photos?
Yes, this is the vehicle once it had been impounded. I believe it's Howard Summers Tow in the Valley, Canova Park. It's parked inside.
And were you present for the processing?
Yes.
And did you notice anything in or around the vehicle in the driver's compartment area?
Yes.
And what was that?
There were some red stains in the driver's compartment area.
And did you watch as Ms. Kwan collected various samples from those areas in the driver's compartment?
Yes.
I have another set of 2 photographs, same title. It has a 10 in the bottom left corner. If it could be marked, please. These 2 photographs is People's 37.
Yes.
Showing you People's 37. Does this appear to show on the left the back of the vehicle?
Yes.
And what do we see here on the photograph to the right?
The temporary registration, which I believe was in the windshield area of the vehicle.
Your Honor, I have another set of 2 photographs with the same title. May they be marked, please, as People's 38 with number 11 in the bottom left corner.
Yes.
Showing you People's 11. I'm sorry, People's 38. Do you recognize what you see here?
Yes.
And is this the same vehicle at the Howard Summers tow yard for the processing?
Yes.
Now, in terms of the items that were collected by Ms. Kwan, did you collect those items from her and take them back to the lab, or did she do that?
I believe she did that.
In terms of the items collected by Ms. Kwan, did you and your partner direct that some of those items, those samples collected, be tested for DNA?
Yes.
And is there paperwork that you fill out to get that done?
Yes.
On February 14th of 2017, did you receive some information that started to focus your investigation?
Yes.
And what information was that?
That some of the red stains from, I believe, the residence and also the vehicle returned back to Rob Baker.
Robert Baker?
Yes.
Did you conduct some investigation into the background of this particular individual?
Yes.
And were you able to determine where he was living at the time?
Yes.
And do you know that location?
It was on Independence. I don't recall the actual numbers. It was an apartment complex.
An apartment building?
Yes.
And approximately how far was that location from the location on Khalifa where the Porsche had been abandoned?
I believe roughly 3 miles.
And approximately how many miles was that residence, that apartment building, from the Sementilli residence?
Roughly the same, around 4 miles if I'm not mistaken.
Were you also able to determine through department resources a cell phone number for this individual?
Yes.
And was that cell phone number a number for which you or your partner or someone who was working with you wrote search warrant for cell phone records?
Yes.
And relative to the stipulation that I read earlier, was that carrier through Sprint?
I believe so.
And was that for a phone number 213-272-1093?
I believe so. If you'd like me to, I can refresh my recollection, look at my notes.
Would you please?
Sure.
Your Honor, may he review documents in his murder book?
At any time.
Can you repeat the number, please?
Sure. 213-272-1093.
Yes, and I have it down as Sprint.
And in terms of that search warrant, was that search warrant served for phone records that included subscriber information?
Yes.
Did it also include call detail records, or what's referred to as CDRs?
Yes.
What are CDRs?
It's a listing of any phone number that has called you or you've called from your device. It's a historical document of basically every contact you've made on your phone.
And were you also able, through department resources, to determine a particular vehicle that was registered to this individual, Robert Baker, at that particular address on Independence?
Yes.
And was that a 2000 black Ford Expedition?
Yes.
At some point in time, did you review phone records for the defendant's cell phone number that she gave you, 818-424-4213, in relation to the phone number for Robert Baker?
Yes.
And what, if anything, did you note?
There was communication between the devices.
When you say communications, was there a small amount of communications or a large amount of communications?
I don't recall the exact amount, but I believe it was significant.
Significant amount?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have a recording number 701560 of a recorded call between the defendant and Detective Parshall that it took place on February 20th, 2017 at 9:20 a.m., which is a 9-minute recorded call. May the call be marked as People's 39.
Yes.
And the transcript as number 40.
Yes.
And at this time, may I pass out transcripts for this 9-minute recording?
You may. Applies relating to the transcripts. Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, Monica, this is Detective Porsche.
Hi, Detective.
How you doing?
Terrible. How's it going?
Oh, it's going. Yeah, I got no bombshell news to give you or anything like that. You know, that area over there has been hit by a lot of burglary crews, so we got.
Yeah, but not murders.
No, but you know, if someone interrupts someone during a burglary, you know, and you know, they feel like they're in danger.
I have someone, family, I'm telling you that's a different kind of detective. Should I?
No, we'll be able to get this, I think. So, we got an angle on a couple different crews that are working burglaries in the area that we're trying to get into. Keep that in your hat, though, of course. I don't want to get out to anybody, but
Oh my God.
so you weren't followed home from anywhere, from shopping, or I think you said you went to the gym that day.
Yeah, me and my daughter went to the gym. I don't think I'm being followed.
No.
Then I went shopping late in the afternoon, but when I came home, that's what we found.
Right. From your shopping.
Yes.
So you and Jessica went to the gym?
Yes, me and Jesse.
What gym did you go to?
Elite Fitness.
And where's that located?
Canova and Victory.
Oh, Canova and Victory. Okay. And you guys went in the red Mustang?
Yes.
Okay. And you guys both went in there. Is there any thugs that hang out there at the gym at all, or?
No, not. It's pretty safe. Not that we noticed.
Right. Do you know what you were wearing that day when you went to the gym?
Oh man, I don't remember. Probably my type.
Okay.
I don't even remember now.
It was raining that day, so maybe like a jacket or a hoodie or something, or. You guys always park in the same spot right there on the lot, or?
Yeah, on the lot. We always park in the lot. Yeah. I could ask my daughter. Maybe she remembers, but I doubt it.
Okay.
Where?
You guys went there in the Mustang, and I got your times here. I looked at the times from the camera down the street. It looks like you guys leave about 11:42 to go to the gym, and you get back about 1 o'clock. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys stop anywhere between there and
No.
You went straight to the gym, and then after the gym, you came straight home?
Exactly.
Okay. And then when you left to go Target and Ralph's, you were in the Ford again, the truck.
I was in the truck, yes, because Jessica went babysitting and she used the Mustang.
Okay. But she usually drives the Mustang, right?
Yes, she does. That's usually her car, yeah.
And then I got you leaving at 3, it looks like 3:26 you leave to go shopping. And
you
get back about 5 o'clock or so.
Yeah, I think I came in right after Isabella.
Okay, and you didn't see any people hanging around the corner or around the corner at all when you drove away? Just like walking the place or anything? No.
No, why would I even think that?
Yeah. I'm just trying to go over kind of.
No, I'm having a little bit of a problem here. I know there's nothing you can do about it, but just people walking by the house, the street, and I don't know if they're coming, the teenagers are coming from the sober living, but they're just saying all these really terrible comments that my kids have to hear.
Like
so as they walk by, they shut it out with these awful things.
What are they?
Is there a ghost there? Is someone getting stabbed there? Like, if we're sitting outside, we hear everything. So, I don't even want to stay here. I think we're going to end up selling this place, and I just was calling to let you know, Jessica and I will be going in Toronto next week from Monday to Friday for a memorial service. And Isabella will be in Agora Hills with her family friend because she goes to school there. So there will be no one home all week next week.
Okay, you guys obviously have been keeping your gates closed, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. And so you're going to be gone from, are you talking about next week, the 27th?
Yeah. No, the 27th, I guess, a Monday to the Friday, I think, yeah. I'm booking them today, so I'll find out the time dates.
So 27th to the 3rd, you guys won't, no one will be there. Okay.
No, I'll have my neighbors collect my mail and come check on the cats, but that's about it.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, if we get something before then, or even if we get something when you're out, you have your cell phone.
I do.
Okay. All right, we got some good stuff that we're looking at. I can't go into details. This is nowhere near considered anything like a cold case. I think we're going to get this thing done for sure. So we just got to get the right people to talk to us. So, and we're working on that right now.
Okay. Any luck? Anything back with any DNA? Anything?
Well, again, that's evidence, so I can't discuss that. I don't know if we had victim, suspect, whatever on it. Did you? And so when you got home, I want to do a walkthrough maybe with you. Does Nala leave pretty early in the morning every day for school?
Yeah, sure, very early.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe tomorrow my partner and I could come by. And I just want to do a walkthrough with you and Jessica separately on, just where you guys went, what you saw, what you did, what was open, what was closed, what was on, stuff like that, just to get a better idea on the sequence of events. I know you talked to Detective Bucknell a little bit about, where you kept the money, and you pointed out the drawers and stuff like that. But I want to do one myself and a couple more questions that I have. So are you available tomorrow? What time are you guys up and awake?
Tomorrow by 7:30, 8 a.m. My cleaning lady is going to be here tomorrow anyway, so I'll be up.
Okay, so you'll be up by 8?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we plan on 8 o'clock? My partner will come by and talk to you and Jessica.
Okay. Okay. I'll get her up for sure.
And then I don't know if anyone left your receipt for the laptop and the phone.
I think so. I think I have that. I put all my files together and gave it to my state lawyer because he's got to call everybody and do that stuff for me. I don't have it here at home, but it's in his office.
Okay, I didn't know if you got one or not, so I photocopied one.
Did you guys take anything else was taken? Because I'm missing, bedding. I'm missing pillowcases and stuff.
No, I don't think so. Well, that's interesting. So you're missing pillowcases.
Yeah, I think there was 2 missing. There was 2. And they asked me, did you have pillowcases here? And I said yes. And I think they said, well, they must have taken it, but There's two missing. I don't know if the police that were here took another one. Maybe there was
Oh,
an
they
assault
did.
or something.
They did take 2 pillowcases.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, we have them.
Okay.
Yeah, and then they took a towel, blue with red stains from, I guess it was a little towel that they took from northeast bathroom door. They took the bottle. Looks like they took the bottle of vinegar, cloth from the from the faucet in the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
And everything else is pretty much just swabs. So.
Okay. All right.
All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We can talk a little bit more in person.
Okay.
So let's plan on 8 o'clock. Unless something comes up on our end, I'll give you a call. But 8 o'clock should work for us.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Monica.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Transcripts?
Yes. Hear that recording?
Yes.
And did you recognize the voices on the recording?
Yes.
And whose voices were those?
Detective Parshall and Monica Sementilli.
In fact, was this a conversation that took place while you were with Detective Parshall in your office?
Yes, we had desks that were kind of back to back, so he was right there when he was talking.
And when he was talking to her, could you hear what she was saying?
No, I don't believe so.
This wasn't one of the phone calls that was played where you heard it over the speakerphone?
I don't believe that was on speakerphone, no.
Okay. Your Honor, I have another stipulation. May it be marked, please, as People's 41. I believe it is 2 pages, or really 1 and maybe a quarter.
So marked.
Yes?
Yes.
Thank you. Stipulation, business surveillance video. James Wooten of the Los Angeles Police Department's Technical Investigation Division obtained the following surveillance video as part of LAPD's investigation of this case. On February 16th of 2017, Wooten downloaded surveillance video from LA Fitness located at 6401 Canoga Avenue in Woodland Hills. The video was originally recorded between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. on January 23rd of 2017. The surveillance video contained in People's, Your Honor, it's a CD. Can it be marked as People's 42?
The CD will be so marked.
Thank you. Is a true and correct copy of that video. The system video timestamp is 1 hour and 45 minutes ahead of the actual time. On February 16th of 2017, Wooten also downloaded surveillance video from Ralph's Supermarket located at 20060 Ventura Boulevard in Woodland Hills. The video was originally recorded between 3 p.m. and 5:30 p.m. on January 23, 2017, and includes video from cameras located inside and outside the store. The surveillance video contained in People's, can this also be, Your Honor, on People's 42, the same CD?
Yes.
Is a true and correct copy of that video. The system video timestamp is accurate with respect to the actual time. On February 16th of 2017, Detective Fillmore of the Los Angeles Police Department obtained surveillance video from Target located at 2081 Ventura Boulevard in Woodland Hills. Fillmore received the video from Target manager Marilyn Robles. The video was originally recorded on January 23rd of 2017. The surveillance video contained in People's, again, Your Honor, Exhibit 42, please.
Sure.
Is a true and correct copy of that video. The system video timestamp is accurate with respect to the actual time. Counsel, join.
Yes.
Received.
Now, did you and your partner go to the defendant's residence in consistent with what we just heard of the February 20th, 2017 recorded call between your partner and the defendant?
Yes.
And on that following day, February 21st of 2017, at about 8:20 in the morning, was it just you and your partner that went to the location?
It was.
Do you recall who was home that day besides the defendant?
It was Monica, I believe Jessica was there, and also a family friend.
And was that individual Ernie Valorano?
I believe so.
Did you speak to the defendant that day?
Yes.
Did you also speak with her daughter Jessica that day?
Yes.
And did you also speak with Ernie Valorano?
Yes.
And when you spoke with each of these individuals, did you speak with them in separately in a different room?
If I recall correctly, it was kind of a rolling conversation. There was, it was all recorded. If I recall correctly, it was just one file, so we were kind of in just a moving conversation with different individuals throughout the recorded file.
Now, in terms of the conversation that you had with the defendant, once again, was that a recorded conversation?
It was.
Again, Your Honor, this is a recorded conversation that is approximately an hour in length. Do you want me to start it now or after the noon hour?
I think we'd better do this after lunch.
Okay, can I please have the recording, the CD of the recording marked as the People's Next in order?
That'd be 43.
Thank you. And the transcript as People's 44.
Transcript be marked as 44.
And for record purposes, this is recording number 701564. Detective, have you previously listened to this recording and viewed the transcript?
I've listened to the recording. I don't think I've seen the transcript. I may have. I'm not sure.
Did the recording appear to you to be an accurate recording of the interview that you had with the defendant on February 21st of 2017?
Yes.
During this interview or any other time, did you advise the defendant of the DNA results that implicated Robert Baker in the murder?
No.
And why not?
It was an ongoing investigation. If we were to explain what we actually had in this case, we were concerned that we would have destruction of evidence. And so for that reason, it was kept close to the vest.
Okay. This might be then a good place to stop, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be in our lunch and recess until 1:30. The admin applies not to discuss this case either among yourselves or with anyone else in the form of expressing an opinion to the cause finally submitted to you. See you at 1:30.